Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning, everyone. Good to have you with us today. Esperanza hosts its annual Fiesta of Hope Scholarship and Awards Luncheon on June the 22nd. Executive Director Victor Ruiz is here to tell us about the significance of the event and what it means to students. Then we will hear from Deborah Osgood about A Most Excellent Race, the annual fundraiser, hosted by the Achievement Centers for Children. And later in the broadcast, Public Affairs Specialist Brandon Smith will explain how to use the agency's website to request services. We're talking about Social Security Agency. Good morning, everyone. I'm Leon Bibb, and this is Kaleidoscope, and so we begin. Beginning with Victor Ruiz, who's been here before, Executive Director of Esperanza. Hey, Victor, how are you?
Good, how are you, sir?
I'm just doing fine, Victor, doing fine. Refresh our memories of what is the mission of Esperanza?
Esperanza, we work to address the high school graduation rate of Cleveland's Hispanic youth, and we also promote post-secondary education. So all of our programming is focused on that.
Yeah, you've got a lot of programs and services. What kind of programs and services do you have to help these kids do better in school?
So we engage the families in their education. So we have a family outreach program. We have a mentoring component where we pair our youth with caring adults who can motivate them to do better. And then we have a very rigorous tutoring program where we assess where a student is academically and provide them the academic services that they need.
Yeah. What do you tell the kids, Victor, about the importance of education when they ask you, why should I stay in school? What do you tell them?
Well, it's about their future, and it's about doing better than where they're at right now. And I try to ask them, you know, what is it that they want to be and accomplish when they're older, and then draw that back to education. Say, you know, you want that big house, you want that nice car, you want to take care of your family. Well, you need a good job, and really in our today's economy, you need some sort of education even beyond high school to get there.
One of the goals of life is to continue to put food on the table.
That's right.
And you need a job to do that, and you need education to get the job.
That's right.
So you've got a big fundraiser coming up. Let's talk a little bit about the Fiesta of Hope fundraiser. What happens there?
Well, we're very excited this year. This is our 22nd annual event. What we do at this event is we recognize our scholarship recipients, and these are the young men and women who've been able to go on to college, and their scholarships are usually sponsored by families in the community and corporations. We've moved it to a larger venue as a result of the community's response, so we're at the Renaissance this year. We're very excited, and we're also very excited about our keynote speaker, the President of the Federal Reserve, Sandy Penalto, and she'll be talking about obviously the connection between education and the economy, and how the Hispanic community plays a role in that.
And the Fiesta of Hope is going to be held on Friday, June the 22nd, as you said, at the Renaissance Hotel, the big hotel on Public Square. And it's good that you needed a bigger place to do this, because that means you're bringing in more dollars to help. I brought a little photograph, or you brought a little photograph, which I'm going to hold up, and maybe we can get a shot of this on camera 3. And when we get that shot, we're going to talk a little bit about what's in this picture. What's been the response of the kids like these? Who are these kids right here?
These are obviously, you know, Hispanic children, youth from Lorain and Cuyahoga County. They are going to some sort of college. Usually they go locally, stay locally at Cleveland State, Baldwin Wallace, Tri-C. They represent a variety of majors. They represent a variety of different Hispanic countries, but they're all committed to their education, and they all want to better their current situation.
These are your success stories.
These are our success stories.
And you want to add more to the long line of success stories. Victor, how wide an area do you serve here in Northeast Ohio?
Well, for our scholarship, we do serve Lorain and Cuyahoga County. In terms of services, we do concentrate in Cleveland, primarily the near west side, where it's the largest concentration of Hispanics in Cleveland. However, our doors are open to anyone and wherever they come from, as long as they can get to our center.
Well, let's see if we can fill up that hotel, the Renaissance Hotel, on Friday, June the 22nd. Tickets are still available?
Yes, we have tickets.
And how do people get those tickets?
Well, they can call us at 216-651-7178, or go to our website, Esperanza.com. esperanzainc.org.
Esperanzainc.org. By the way, what's Esperanza mean?
It means hope.
Hope.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about. The Fiesta of Hope, Fiesta of Esperanza is what it's all about.
Right.
You know you are making an impact on the lives of these youngsters and their families. You've got success stories, certainly, of kids who come back and say, Mr. Ruiz, you did it all for me. How do you feel when the kids come back and tell you that they have found the pathways to success and out of high school and going on to college?
Well, it makes all the hard work worth it, and it motivates us to keep pushing. So when we see those success stories and they come back, we feel proud of what we've done. We remind them that we knew all along they could do it, and it's motivation to keep pushing forward.
Yeah. What's the cost of the tickets for the big event on Friday, June 2nd at the Renaissance Hotel?
It's $75 a person or $1,000 for a table.
And so much of that money will go toward the scholarships for these kids to help them. And if people make the phone call to 216-651-7178, they can get more information on everything we've been talking about. Or you can go to esperanzainc.org, esperanzainc.org. And that's, as you said, Esperanza means hope.
Correct.
And that's what you're bringing to these youngsters, aren't you?
That's right.
Yeah,
it's very important.
What do you see on the horizon for you? A continuation of this? Are you going to expand this operation?
Well, we have to. There's just a lot of children out there that need our services. Hispanic students represent about 12% of the Cleveland school population and growing. We have the fastest growing population, and we're also very young. So our focus right now is on developing quality programs and then expanding out to more children.
Okay. Well, we will see you at the Fiesta of Hope, as it is called, put on by Esperanza. It's the awards luncheon and the scholarship luncheon. It's going to be Friday, June the 22nd at the Renaissance Hotel. That is the big hotel on Public Square. Tickets are $75, I think you told me, and $1,000 for the whole table.
Correct.
And all of that goes to help youngsters, Latino kids, Hispanic kids, help them with their college costs and all of that scholarship money.
Correct.
And Victor Ruiz really is helping these youngsters and making a meaningful impact in Northeast Ohio. We appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
We're going to continue talking to Victor. We're going to have him back at the bottom of the broadcast, too. He's going to come back with a special comment. We're saving that for just a little bit later on. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
Take a little bit break right now, but I'll be right back in just a moment. We're going to talk some more. This is Kaleidoscope. Back after this. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope today. A Most Excellent Race is the annual fundraiser to benefit Achievement Centers for Children. Deborah Osgood is Vice President of Developing and Marketing, and she shares with us more about this annual event coming up. Good to have you with us, Deborah.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, good to have you with us. Tell me about the mission of Achievement Centers for Children.
Sure.
What do you do there?
Sure. Well, our mission and real reason for existence is to enable and empower children with disabilities and their families to grow, to play, to learn, and to really prepare for lifelong achievement in society.
So it's not just for the children with the disabilities. You bring in the whole family, because the whole family is affected by whatever's going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's really actually one of our unique aspects of the Achievement Centers, is that we look at not just the child, but the child's family and the child's whole environment, their schools, their medical providers, whoever it might be, because children don't grow up in a vacuum.
Yeah.
They grow up in a community and in a family.
What's the Friends group of the Achievement Centers for Children?
That's one of our great groups of supporters. They're a group of young professionals that really help us champion the Most Excellent Race, which is one of our fundraisers we're talking about today. And they really are great advocates and ambassadors for us out in the community. Yeah.
Before we get to that Most Excellent Race, we're going to give the time and places for all of that.
Right.
Tell me about Camp Cheerful. What is Camp Cheerful and what happens there?
Well, Camp Cheerful is one of our programs of the Achievement Centers for Children. It's one of our recreation programs. We actually have camp at all 3 of our locations, but our Camp Cheerful is day camp and residential camp for children with and without disabilities. And children with disabilities can go to Camp Cheerful and experience all of the things that any typical child would do at a camp. So they can swim, they can do horseback riding, we have a high ropes course, bonfires, arts and crafts, and one camper has told us it's like taking a vacation from their disability.
And that's out in Strongsville,
That's
right?
in Strongsville, right off of Route 82.
So when we raise money, we're raising money to keep Camp Cheerful and other aspects of the Achievement Centers for Children going.
That's exactly right. We want to make sure that camp is accessible to children and their families regardless of their ability to pay.
You know you do excellent work.
Oh, thanks, Leon.
That's why you have this most excellent race.
That's exactly right. It's
So,
a most excellent race for a most excellent cause.
Tell me about a most excellent race now. That's a road running race and a walking race.
It is. That's right. It's a 5K and run and a 10K run, and then also a family walk. It's Sunday, June 24th at Beaumont School in Cleveland Heights, and we're really excited. It's our 22nd year of doing a most excellent race.
Now, this is open to anybody who wants to walk or race or just be there.
Absolutely right.
Sponsor a team?
That's right. Sponsor a team, volunteer, come out and cheer on a team, and it's a beautiful course, and we love to have participants in all kinds of ways.
It's going to be Sunday, June the 24th at Beaumont School, which is in Cleveland Heights, if memory serves me correct,
That's
at
right.
the corner of Fairmount and Lee Road.
That's right. That's
race
right.
begins there.
That begins there and ends there.
Okay, so
Yep.
it's a wonderful race through the neighborhood right
Yep,
there.
yep.
Just a kind of a park-like setting.
It is.
Right in
Very
there.
historical streets in Cleveland Heights.
What can people do if they want to get involved in this race? Because this is part of the fundraising, too.
That's right.
And how does that work,
That's right.
the fundraising aspect?
People can come that day, but we also encourage people to pre-register. We have a website set up just for the race. That's achievementcenters.org/race, or they can just go to our website. It's right on the homepage, and find out all the details at our website, or they can give us a call as well.
This kind of keeps it out in the forefront, too. It also promotes healthy living, the running and walking, or just being outside.
That's right. And we have companies that have wellness programs, and they will form a team because it's part of their initiative to help their employees stay healthy. So we have high school track teams that run the race, and so it's open to anyone, the casual athlete and also those competitors. It's a timed race, and we have awards for the winners, and it's a y'all come kind of thing.
Y'all come. We're going to have a good time. Deborah Osgood, you're Vice President for Development and Marketing for Achievement Centers for Children. How much money are we trying to raise this year through the race and through all the other projects that you have going?
Right. Well, we generally raise about $1.4 million in charitable support. Our Cleveland community is very generous. And for the race itself, we are trying to raise about $110,000, and we're trying to get to 1,200 participants.
Yeah.
So it'll be a nice, big event, and raising a lot of significant dollars.
And this is to keep those programs, and give highlight a couple of those programs that are really instrumental for the Achievement Centers for Children.
Sure. Well, in addition to Camp Cheerful, which is again sort of the focus of this race, we operate education programs for children with autism. We have a variety of therapy programs, including an intensive therapy program, family support and social work services, so very comprehensive services.
Okay. Let's put the phone number on the screen if we have not already done so. Knowing our control room, we've probably already done it several times. 216-292-9700, you see at the bottom of the screen, or go to achievementcenters.org/race, and you can get more information. Once again, it's going to be Sunday, June the 24th. It benefits Camp Cheerful, Beaumont School, Fairmount and Lee Road in Cleveland Heights. The race begins and ends there, and all you need is good weather.
Just be there.
And I'll bet you'll have good weather. We pray for
We
good
have
weather.
a pretty good track record of good weather.
You certainly do. Deborah Osgood, many thanks for being on the
Thanks, Leon. Our pleasure.
Okay. Tell everybody we said hey at the Achievement Centers.
We sure will.
I'll take a break in just a moment. We're going to talk about Social Security. Will it be there? I'm told it will be there for you. We're going to talk a lot more about Social Security after this. You are in touch with Kaleidoscope. Glad to have you aboard today. The Social Security Administration has updated its website to make it easier for consumers to get information and do business online. Public Affairs Specialist Brandon Smith with the Social Security Administration is here with us. He's going to talk more about that and other things with us. Good to have you with us, Brandon.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody wants to know, will Social Security be there when I need it? And what do you tell people when they ask you that question?
I'll make sure that you get a check.
You make sure that
the trust funds are fully solvent for the next 20+ years. People should get checks,
Take us back. What's the overall mission of Social Security? What was it and what is it designed to do?
Social Security happens to take care of a lot of different federal benefits. We take care of a retirement program, disability, survivor benefits. We pay federal benefits to 55, 56 million people on a monthly basis. If they are retired, if they're a survivor, if they're a spouse, we pay children benefits. If their parents are receiving a check, we pay disability benefits. We administer the Supplemental Security Income Program. So we pay a lot of different benefits to people.
And a lot of people look for that monthly check to come in the mail because that's the difference between profit and loss and life and death and all of that, and Social Security gives them that strong foundation that they will continue to have an income long after they've retired. Now let's talk a little bit about the website. You brought a new website with you today. What's on the website?
Well, sure. People can access our information electronically. It's all about giving people choices. When you go to the grocery store, you want a choice. Do I check it out myself? Do I go to the self-checkout? Do I do the express checkout? A person can apply online for benefits through our website, socialsecurity.gov. We also have a Spanish version of our website, Seguro Social Porto. We call it Gov or Gov, G-O-V.
And when you get on this website, I mean, you can find everything that you need to know on this website?
For the most part, you can apply for retirement benefits, you can apply for spousal benefits, you can apply for disability benefits, Medicare electronically without physically going into the office. So if a person wants to sit at home at night, in the morning, on the weekends, the holidays, they can apply for federal benefits at home without leaving their house, without taking a bath, and actually start the process of getting Social Security benefits.
And they can see how much money that they're going to get at a certain age of retirement? Or
correct. We have online retirement estimators where they can estimate what their benefits are going to be at different ages in both English and in Spanish, so they can really get the ball rolling. You don't have to physically go down to an office. You don't have to take a number and sit if you don't want to. That's a choice that you have, but you can go online and get the process going electronically from home.
And once again, that website is Social Security.
Socialsecurity.gov or Seguro Social Porto. Gov, Porto or GOV.
But it's certainly in English, socialsecurity.gov.
Correct.
You can get there. What are the most common reasons for people to contact Social Security?
Often people call us or contact us because they've lost their Social Security card. And there currently isn't a fully electronic method of getting that, but they can get the actual application and all the documentation that they would need off of our website. A loved one has passed away and they need information in regards to that. Someone is reaching the age of 62 or older and they want to apply for their retirement check or spousal check. So any number of reasons why a person may contact us, but it's usually going to be for a federal benefit or to get a replacement card.
Believe it or not, I got my Social Security card when I was 16 years of age. I still have that official card. Okay. Somewhere on my dresser, it's in there.
Somewhere there.
In a plan. I've got it. But if I lose that, I can certainly get another one by going to Social Security.
Absolutely, yes. Free of charge. Yeah, that's my favorite price.
That's a good thing. Doesn't get any better than that. When should individuals contact Social Security if they are thinking about retiring and drawing from the funds?
It's really up to them. They have to be at least 62 years old for us to be able to pay them retirement checks. The longer you wait, the larger the check is, but the longer you wait, the closer you are to the eventual end of your life. So it's a balancing act in regards to maximizing the number of checks versus the amount of the check that you can get by waiting until you're a little bit older.
And of course on the site, and if you make a phone call, you've got people who will speak English and Spanish.
Absolutely. Online is never going to be an option for everyone, but you can always call us at our toll-free national number, 800-772-1213.
Okay, and we'll put that on the screen, 800-772-1213, as you see at the bottom of the screen, or go to socialsecurity.gov.
Correct.
For information on everything we've been talking about. Social Security will be there for us when we need it.
Yes, it's here for you now.
That's what the government says. Okay. Many thanks, Brandon.
Thank you, sir.
Good to see you, my friend. Brandon is Public Affairs Specialist with the Social Security Administration. I'm taking a break. I'll be right back in a moment. Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you.
We began the broadcast today with Victor Ruiz, Executive Director of Esperanza, and we're going to end the broadcast today with Victor. We're going to take a little bit of a different approach right now, Victor. You and I were talking about the importance of Hispanic kids, especially because Esperanza deals with Hispanic kids. Right. The graduation rate is not as high as it should be. Where does it stand right now?
It's at 30%.
Not good.
No, and it's been declining for many years.
What do we do to fix it? What's the problem there? How do we we fix it?
Well, I think there's a lot of problems. One, it starts with the home. I think that our parents can be better engaged and better informed about the educational system. I think there's issues within the school building, students not getting the proper education they need to be successful. And I think our community has really not paid attention to the problem. So when we talk about what we can do is, I think we can all start paying attention and care and realize that it impacts all of us. We just got done talking about Social Security.
Yeah.
And I mean, with a growing population like the Hispanic community is, I think that's your future workforce. So.
Hispanic community is the largest minority community in the United States right now.
Right, and high population growth as well. So
what do you suggest? Where do you begin when you deal with this on a one-to-one basis? I mean, you don't just talk to the student, do you? You got to go home and talk to mama and daddy, right?
That's right. So we speak to the family, we speak to the student, and we also speak with the school district to make sure that they're providing our students with the education they deserve. So we see ourselves as an advocate on behalf of our students.
You talked about Esperanza, meaning in Spanish means hope.
Correct.
You must bring hope to these kids. How do you get that into these young minds of what they can be if they put their minds to it?
Right. Well, we start by building great relationships with them, and being a role model for them. And once they trust you, and once they realize that you're there for the benefit, for their benefit, they start to listen. And we show them examples of what success can be, and we push them, to change their community as well, because they're in their schools every day. They're in their neighborhoods every day. They need to be the ones to change what's wrong.
They see you as one of those role models too, don't they, in many ways?
I hope so.
Victor Ruiz, you're executive director of Esperanza. Does that put a somewhat of a weight on your shoulders, knowing that these kids are looking to you?
It does, but I think I'm okay with that, because I had plenty of role models myself growing up, so it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. It's my turn as well.
Yeah.
Because we're all Americans. We're all in this together, no matter what our races or ethnic backgrounds are. We are Americans, and we're trying to save the nation.
That's right.
Okay. Many thanks, Victor Ruiz.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Executive Director of Esperanza. That's going to do it for Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. Be well.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.